I sanded and painted a cup white and then used Tack It Over and Over as an adhesive and sprinkled on It's Pretty Personal's white platinum glitter. I put some alcohol inks into some measuring cups so I could dip my brush in there easily. I'm using an angled paintbrush here, and what I do is I just dip my brush into my alcohol ink so that it absorbs some. Sometimes after you've been doing it for a few minutes, your brush really starts to get a lot of ink into it. So you want to kind of just touch it on the side of your napkin or your little measuring cup there to kind of squeeze some of the alcohol ink out of it. I am going around, getting my kind of layout here to go around the cup for my tie-dye, and I am doing this in a jig-jagged motion to try to help my glitters blend into each other with that tie-dye effect. I'm using 3 different colors. I'm starting off with pink. I believe this one is Bubblegum by Tim Holtz. There's a point in here where it will show you the color. So now I'm just going in and I'm filling in the area in between each one of my little spots here. And I'm going to do this process all the way around the cup until all of my little lines are connected. And don't forget, while you're doing this, your paintbrush is going to absorb more and more ink. So you want to make sure that you're not using too much ink, because the glitter will grab it and it will soak it up and you'll have a big pooly mess. So anyways, I'm just kind of moving my brush up and down as I go around the best I can. This is my first try at this method. I went ahead and recorded it just in case I liked it. So this is all kind of a trial and error experience here. So we're going to see how it goes. My end product was okay. I was happy with it. I'm definitely going to try some different things to improve as I try this technique again. So we're going to continue to fill in these areas in between our initial lines. I'm going to go ahead and speed this part up and until we get to the next color. Okay, yep, there it is. Gumball from Tim Holtz. The next one we are going in with is, I think that said dandelion yellow. Anyways, so what I'm going to do now is the same thing we did with the pink. We are going to go in with an angled brush. I'm using a medicine cup once and again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same kind of process. I'm going to move my brush up and down just slightly to get a break in my line that is going to circle around my cup. When I am applying my yellow, I am trying to go halfway into my pink. It's really hard to see at this point in the video that the yellow and the pink together are going to make an orange color, but because both are wet, you can't really see the orange very well at this point, but later on you'll be able to see it a little bit better. So we're just going to keep doing the process once again all the way around the cup until everything is covered the way we want it. We're going to do everything along the pink lines. I'm going to go ahead and speed you up again and get through this a little quickly. In this section right here, I just forgot. I just needed to add a little bit more of the pink and the orange there to complete this other side. Once we are done with the yellow, we're going to go in with blue. This is Tim Holtz Pool, and we are going to do the same process again. Look, I did that one in slow motion so that you could see the color, unlike we did the yellow. This is super slow though, it's kind of annoying me. Anyways, I'm not going to edit it because it'll mess up everything. So moving along, now we are going to go in with our blue, just like we did the yellow and the pink, squirting our alcohol ink into a little cup. I don't know how much I put in there. It's super easy to add. I had leftovers, so when I do this process again, I will probably do a little less. That way I'm not wasting any. Once again, we are going to apply our ink with, I don't think this is an angled brush because I didn't have any more clean because I really need to wash my brushes. So anyways, I'm just using another flat-ish paintbrush tip, and I am doing the best I can to go into the yellow a little bit and still leave a little bit of a zigzaggy line in between the blue and in the white area. Once you move into the yellow, your blue is going to make a green, and once we get around this little curve right here, it'll go into our pink and make a purple. So 3 colors we have: pink, yellow, and blue, and we are going to end up with pink, orange, yellow, green, and blue by the time all of our colors blend in together. So with the blue, I'm just kind of doing the same thing as I did before, and I am just trying to take my brush and go up and down a little bit so that I'm getting those zigzaggy lines instead of just smooth lines. And I'm going to sound like a broken record here and just say I'm going to go ahead and speed up this video so you don't have to listen to too much silence and you don't have to listen to me yak and yak. You'll have to bear with me with this video. I have a killer headache, but I wanted to get it posted before my phone gets full and I delete it because I don't have any storage. I'm famous for that. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get this speeded up and move on to our next stage. So at this point I have all of my colors on, and looking at it, I really kind of don't like it. So I'm going back in with a few of my colors, and I'm kind of doing a little bit of adding here and there where I think it can use a little more shape or whatever you want to call it to it. Okay, so at this point I'm pretty much done, and I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, okay, I don't love this. It's not looking tie-dye-y enough for me. Is that a word? Tie-dye-y? Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add some more inks into some cups, and I'm taking a fan brush and I'm going in with each color. And I'm just kind of moving my fan brush a little bit of back and forth a little bit. And I'm gonna do that along pretty much the whole thing. I'm not using the entire part of the fan brush. I'm just kind of basically using, it's kind of at a half circle type thing when you're dabbing it onto the cup if you hold it straight up and down. So I'm basically only using the middle part of the brush, but it's giving me enough whatever to look however I want it. Oh my Lord, what a hot mess. Okay, so I am going to keep doing this with every single color. We're almost done with the pink here, and you can kind of already tell that it's making a big difference in the way the whole tie-dye look is coming together. It's just giving it those little extra lines in there that's making it look more tie-dye-ish. So once we're done with the pink, we're going to go in with the yellow, do the same thing, and then we'll go in with the blue and do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and speed you up and spare you the entire process. However, I am going to not speed it up as fast so that you're able to kind of see the whole process. All right, I'm getting ready to call it good enough on this. I went ahead and let this dry for about 6 hours. I was super impatient and I just wanted to see what it would look like under epoxy. So I did put it by a space heater for a little while to make sure it was nice and dry. I tested it with my finger and kind of tried to do some movement around my ink and my glitter to make sure my glitter wasn't going to move when I put on my epoxy, and it did really well with my little finger test. So I went ahead and after this, I let it be epoxied and it did great. I did not seal this with anything. I just epoxied it and called it good. This is our final product. Well, this is under a coat of epoxy. What it looks like, it really did brighten up those colors quite a bit. So yeah, that's all I got. Hope this helps. Have a good day.